What if your health struggles, your relationship challenges, your lack of confidence, and even your search for purpose are not four separate problems? What if they're all being driven by a subconscious pattern? Hi, everyone. I'm Meena Puri. For over 30 years, I've worked with women who have come to me for chronic illness, for relationship struggles, for lack of confidence, and finding their joy and purpose in life. And this is what I have discovered, and this is what I'm going to share with you. Let's go ahead and start with food, or rather, let's start with physical health. Physical health and food are very closely related because any times when our physical health is not up to par, we want to change what we are eating if we are driven by taking actions to mitigate the physical symptoms. So here's what happens. Let's be honest for a moment. We actually, most of us, don't pay attention to the physical health until there is a visible or palpable physical discomfort. We get symptoms. So even for the most of us, we ignore them and we think, well, it's nothing, it's in my head, it'll go away. But eventually we go ahead and we go seek the help of a medical doctor. So the medical doctor will diagnose your symptoms, will give you a diagnosis, will give you a name for a disease, and will give you a prescription. He may send you for some tests, and he may even tell you, well, you have inflammation, or, your liver enzymes are not working. And these are good things. It's helpful to know all of that. So you come home, you take the prescription, you know you have inflammation, but the doctor gave you nothing about how the heck to reduce it, how the heck to manage your inflammation. So you start reading some books, nutrition books, supplements, and podcasts, and you gain your own knowledge, and randomly you begin to address the inflammation, but it's a random. The truth is, we do have a lot of random information available to us, right? It's information you can go chat GPT, tell me 10 things to reduce inflammation, and it'll just spit out at least 100 ways that you can reduce inflammation. Or what else is causing the physical symptoms? Maybe you need to go to bed early, right? Maybe you need to move a little bit more. Maybe you need to stay away from situations that really deplete your energy. So all of these are good things. And many times I begin working with people, especially exactly on that level, because this is what gives me this is a window to what's happening deeper. So you are going ahead and you're changing your eating, you're changing all the things that you know to do, and but you're still not connecting the dots. What happens sometimes when the change is too radical from what you have been accustomed to and what you're doing right now? You're going to eventually you're going to give up, you're going to rebel, right? That's why, you can eat all the right things, and then comes the self-sabotage. You'll eat a whole pack of cookies, then you feel uncomfortable again, feel guilty again. You're comfortable here because it's familiar, not because it's the right thing to do, because it's familiar. Remember, your nervous system seeks safety, and it finds safety in familiarity, not in what's the optimum or the right thing for you to do it. It doesn't judge. So when the health symptoms don't actually disappear, you don't feel better, you maybe go get a second opinion. And if you keep waiting, the problems actually become worse, and you are left in this path of specialist to specialist, doctor to doctor, changing medication and diagnosis and dosage and whatnot. And you're thinking, well, maybe it's my age. Maybe I just have to be living on the pills. Maybe this is the best I'm going to get. This is what happens. But who is eating? Who has these habits? Who is and what is this person, he, she thinking while they're eating? What is going on in the inner world? Hardly anyone pays attention to that. And that's where the answers come from. That's what I pay attention to. And we can only access this piece of information once you have, take a look at your habits and take a look at what you're consuming, what you're putting in your mouth, what's on your plate, what's in your fridge, what are you cooking? And it gives you a window, it gives me a window into what really is happening. Why is it that you are, every few days you can't help yourself or you eat a whole pack of cookies? What is it that you drive by McDonald's and just get a McFlurry or something like that, even when you've been doing really well for the last few days? So what is that behavior? So I am looking at that, but your habits gave me a window into what's going on deeper. Okay. So this is what's happening with most people's health. They are haphazardly, at the very best, randomly taking information and trying to apply it, the nutrition, the supplements, et cetera, in piecemeal, and they're trying to get better. And they've done that for years. Nothing is helping. What's actually happening is they're getting another symptom or the problems are getting worse. Okay. So now let's look at your relationship challenges. By the way, I have yet to meet a person who just has one problem. Because we are connected, we are interconnected, we are a whole being. I have never met a client who just has a weight problem and there's no stress happening at work or at home. I have yet to meet a client who is knowingly not eating right, eating junk food that does not have confidence issues at work. I have yet to meet a person who's waking up with anxiety at 2 o'clock in the morning with a racing head who does not have issues with boundary or confidence or lack of clarity in their life, where their life is going. Okay. So now let's just look at the relationship issues. Relationship issues are, it's like becoming an epidemic because we are waking up, we are evolving, but we necessarily don't know what to do with what we are waking up to. We just don't know what to do with it. We don't know what to do with ourselves. We don't know what to do with our relationships. We don't know how to navigate this growth that is upon us. So my clients have gone to marriage counselors. And sometimes it helps, but it really never makes it to the way they want it. It's like, oh, my relationship is exactly how I want it. Yeah, it's better. I try not to say this. He tries not to do this. We go out. It's cordial. We're not exploding. So it's progress. I have no problem with people doing that. But my work is deeper because if you have to continuously watch what you say to your partner, for me, that gets old. That takes too much effort. If there's so much effort in relationships in life, you get tired. You get tired of it, and you just don't. You end up managing life instead of living it. Right? Managing life is very different. It takes a lot of effort. So in relationships, people don't know how to connect with their emotions. They don't know how to communicate plainly and truthfully about what they feel because there's a fear of judgment. Then they hold back. They don't really tell the partner the truth, or they don't stand up when standing up is needed because they want to keep peace. They are afraid that if they actually stood up, there will be a big explosion and they don't know how to handle it. Or there's that constant fear, or the marriage is going to fail, the partner is going to leave, they're not going to love me anymore. So this is what this is how we are living day to day in so-called relationships. And no wonder the relationships don't satisfy us. They are not fulfilling because there's masks on for whatever reasons. And this is not the point of this video. We put masks on. We want to keep the peace. Somewhere in our life, I don't know why peace became so important instead of truth being important, right? So we keep the peace, what we avoid the truth, we override ourselves, we overextend, we overunderstand, we forgive too quickly. And what happens, especially for women, they just blow up. They blow up because doing more, they've had it. They can't take it anymore. So, and they're like, God, our relationship needs help. Let's go seek a marriage counselor. And, you know, there's the typical advice for, if they go, the typical advice for many marriage counseling is understanding, forgiveness, acceptance. Go have some private time for yourself. Don't say things like that. Learn how to talk, learn how to do this. So, it's good until it isn't. And that's it's like you're managing the relationship. Forget enjoying the relationship, you are managing the relationship. And you keep looking at my relationship is not good instead of who is inside the relationship. You are creating this relationship. What is it that you are doing? And they're not connecting that whatever I'm doing in my relationship is the same thing that I'm doing when I'm eating in my food choices in my self-care, right? Nobody's connecting the dots. Okay. And that's what this video is about. I want you to see the relationship. I want you to be able to connect the dots so you stop wasting time hovering and dancing on the surface, going from one area of your life to the next, solving those surface problems and actually never solving them, but just getting exhausted trying to solve them. And instead of getting to the root, which actually is the easiest and the quicker path. Okay, this is longer. This is going to consume your resources, your time, your money, your attention, your life. Do you want your life to be spent managing life and managing symptoms? Or do you actually want to get to the root of why you are experiencing what you're experiencing, heal it, do something about it so you can actually live, right? We can give great advice on, we don't know how to be a human beings. We are human doings because nobody has taught us how to be a being. It's not like human beings. It's what the humans are being, right? They're totally separated from themselves. Okay, so before I digress, number three, lack of confidence. My God, that's a big one. So at birth, we are told there's something wrong with you, right? How is it? We don't do this, you do this. This is good boy, bad boy. So we learn what's good, what's bad. And we think we are so important that, actually like we can create, we can do something to create something really big. It's like it's an ego formation, right? So we have this ego, but ego is not the same as you're thinking, or you have a big ego. Ego is like, it's not that you have a big ego, it's like, I am the cause of this bad thing. So remember, we hear the negative comments more than the positive, right? Because at the higher self, we are trying to figure out how to not have that, how to not have that negative feedback because we want to save ourselves from the pain of it, from the humiliation of it, from the judgment of it, from the punishment of it. So, okay. So we're told, go fix yourself. Something isn't right. Go learn this. Go be good, be right, do this, do that, don't do that. My point of sharing this is every single person, no matter how well put together they are, they struggle with lack of self-confidence. A healthy dosage of self-doubt, introspection is a good idea, is a good thing. You don't want to be too full of yourself because you fall flat on your face because we don't know everything, right? Um, Ego and sense of self are two different things. Ego says, I am bad. I have created major problems. I am wrong. I'm broken. I need to fix myself. Actually, the opposite of that is I have a sense of self. I know who I am. I am whole. I am imperfectly perfect. I'm connected to myself. I can love myself. I'm not expected to perform life. It's okay for me to live life. It's okay for me to make mistakes. It's okay for me to do great things. It's okay for me to do not so great things, right? So lack of self-confidence. Us women have a lot of that because we've been told, don't have ego, don't be selfish, don't think about yourself. So we've been taught that to the point where we actually have no sense of self. Our sense of self comes from being a good mom, being a good wife, having a good relationship, or having a good job, or doing something perfect. We take on this identity until the identity no longer fulfills us. So here we are. Seemingly everything is okay on the outside, but underneath you're exhausted. Underneath there's an inner battle going on, and you don't know why or what to do about it. This is the same battle that keeps you up at night. This is the same battle that gives you anxiety. This is the same battle that your nervous system has run over capacity in trying to resolve without any resolve, that you get so easily overwhelmed. We don't realize that the same thing, the same lack of confidence, the same pattern that is driving your sense of self and confidence is the same pattern that's creating the same results in your relationships and in your health. We're not connecting the dots. We go to a nutritionist, we go to a psychologist, we go to a therapist, we go to a confidence coach. And these two people don't talk to one another. So talk about being fragmented. And we want whole health. We are whole being. Well, whole health, whole beings don't fragment themselves to get fixed. Okay. Number 4 was your search for finding purpose. This is quite, it's a huge deal in giving people direction. When I talk to women, they're like, what do you mean my sense of, like, what am I supposed to be here? They think that purpose means that they have to do something really big, grandiose, for it to be called a purpose. So they don't look at just having a peaceful life or creating a peaceful home or showing love to those around you a good enough purpose, because we have hyped up the purpose to the point where we think it's something big. So purpose is not something big or small. It's about how are you doing it? What attitude, what energy you bring into it, right? Um, So, like I remember one client, she's like, well, I'm just like washing dishes, cooking meals. Where the heck am I going to find my purpose? What should I be doing? I said, you shouldn't be doing anything. You're doing what you're doing. That's what you're supposed to be doing because you are doing it. Do it well. Do it with your heart. Do it with your full self. One thing is not more important than the other. Everything is equally important. It's just that we have a hierarchy of what's high level work, what's lower level work. We have put the life's chores and things that we need to do into a level form, into a hierarchy. So we feel not so good washing dishes, but we feel really good doing, I don't know, going to 9 to 5 job. They're both important. Try coming into a home where the dishes haven't been done for a month. It isn't pretty. Okay. So sense of purpose is who you are being. How do you feel from moment to moment, from day to day? When you wake up in the morning, do you feel like this is my day? I'm in charge of my day? Or are you bracing yourself and you feel like life just takes over and you have no clue where you're headed and one day just blends into the next? Okay. Somebody going to a corporate job can wake up in the morning bracing. And another woman can wake up in the morning not 9 to 5 job, but she's happily, busily at home, doing some things, doing projects, meeting her friends for lunch, going for a walk, whatever she's doing. But she feels like the day belongs to her. It's her day. She is in charge of her life. That's what I mean by purpose. Purpose is, do you feel connected? The other day, it's a short story. I promise I'll keep it short. I was going for a walk and the guy was walking his dog. The dog goes over and he just grabs this big stick. After he had the stick, the how he walked and how important he felt was so obvious just by looking at the dog. He had a stick. God knows, he thinks the dog thinks that I'm doing something important. Everybody get out of my way. I am carrying this stick and I'm going to carry it till somebody, whatever. So he felt so important carrying the stick, which eventually the person who's walking him is going to have to grab it, throw it away, and take him home. But the dog felt like I am carrying a stick. This is a big stick. This is a very important job. Everybody get out of my way. I'm going to be walking with some, really rhythm and bounce in my steps. And I have a purpose. People need that. We need a sense of purpose. It's really, really vital to our survival and our happiness. It's really important. But the purpose does not come from what you are doing. It comes from how you are doing it. So we have to get rid of this, what is big, what is small, what is good, what's bad. But we have to show ourselves up. We have to show up fully. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Chopping wood, carrying water can seem mundane. Who cares? Until you do, until you put your whole self in it. And if you can't find that, it's because there's a big disconnect. You don't feel important. There's no sense of self. You don't know what to do with yourself in your life. And all of these four things that I talked to you about, your physical health, your relationships, your lack of confidence, and your sense of purpose. Underneath all of this, there is a belief that you don't even know you have. Underneath the belief is whatever created that belief, the energetic experiences, the childhood wounds, the traumas that we have not resolved, that formed those beliefs. Even underneath all of those traumas, there is a theme running. You're not good enough. You are a victim. You have to prove yourself. And they go very deep. We're not aware of them because we stop right at the habits or the mindset or the beliefs. It's deeper than that. So, yes, it's deeper work, but once you get there, wouldn't it be easier to address that and heal that and free that pattern? So you find a sense of purpose, you feel confident, your health is great, your relationships are fulfilling. Okay, so that's the root healing method that I have developed over all these years of my own insights, client experiences, my personal experiences, and all the expertise and the knowledge that I've gathered. This is the work I do with you, individually or in group setting. And if you are interested in healing at the root, instead of going from surface to surface, dancing on the surface across all areas of your life, one thing that I want you to take away, please know that they're all connected. It's much easier to go here and shift things here, then it makes a difference in everything in your life than to go here. Now to go over here. Now this changes here. Now that changes. Now you go over here. Now this person is telling you this. That person is telling you this. That's a waste of your resources, your wisdom, your time, your money. So if you really want to stop hovering on the surface, dancing on the surface, heal the root to heal the whole, right? Heal the root to heal the whole person. And at the root are subconscious patterns that are driving your habits, behaviors in every area of your life. So I hope that this video made sense. And again, if you would like to dig deeper into see if this work is something that you would like to do, there would be a link in the description for you to schedule a root healing clarity call with me. And I would love to chat with you. And also what I wanted to share is my new book, my third book, The Relationship Illusion, How Smart Women Lose Themselves in Love and How to Stop. This is my third book. It really is a crystallization of 30 years of work. This is what I talk about root healing. I'm just looking at it with the lens of the relationships. The book is available on Amazon. And if you already got a copy, I would love for you to go ahead and leave a review. And thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you at the next video.